Hi, my name is Trey. I'm one of the sales associates here at Richmond Music Center, one of the drum guys. Today, I'm going to be giving you a tech tip on a quick and easy way to tune up your snare drum. So basically, when we start, we're going to start with everything loose. And basically, I'm just going to go through and loosen everything in kind of a star pattern, just so we don't put too much stress on one side of the drum. All right, so I'll go ahead and loosen everything here. All right. So now the batter head is loose. We're going to flip it over and loosen the resonant side as well, and then we'll be able to start from there. All right, so loosening, still keeping the star pattern, just moving from opposite lugs and then clockwise in an opposite pattern. Okay, so, all right, everything is loose. All right, now the way I like to start, some people like to do finger tightening. That's not really my method. I feel like that's a little bit inaccurate. Whereas it's a drum, so it's not going to be completely accurate. I mean, you are hitting it, especially if we're not using a drum dial or tension meter or anything. Basically, the way I'd like to start is by kind of feeling to where the tension rod actually hits the rim. So where you actually turn and the top of the tension rod hits the rim, when you feel that, I like to do 3 full turns from that position. So 1, 2, 3, and then work our way around in that star pattern, going opposite lugs in a clockwise motion. And so we'll do that 1, 2, 3 at every tension rod. 1, 2, 3. Right until the top of the tension rod hits the rim. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So that would be all of them. Okay. Now what I like to do is go back and do that a second time, just by loosening just one at a time, and then going back and doing the 3 turns one more time. So loosen it, and then 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do this all the way around the drum. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 3. And what this does is just going around a second time actually just helps reassure that we have an even tension. All right. So right now, this is at I'd say about a moderate tension. We're actually gonna check this tension by the pitch of it in just a sec. So we're gonna turn this over and do the same thing on the batter head. All right, and it's the same exact method. As soon as you feel the top of the tension rod start to bear down on the rim, that's when you want to give it a good 3 full turns. 1, 2, 3. All right, and like I said, second time, just to make sure that the tension is even. All right. 1, 2, 3. 3, nearing the end here. 1, 2, 3, and last one here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, depending on the type of drum that you have, the tension from those 3 turns can vary and give you slightly different pitches from drum to drum. Right now, for this particular drum, let's see. We're going to check and see the pitch of the bottomed head versus the top head. And what I typically like to do is have the bottom head maybe about a half step lower than the top head. And there are a few notes at which I think snare drums sound good at. I think today we're going to tune this particular drum to G natural and G sharp. Right now this is probably pretty low, but let's just check and see where we are right now. So actually, let's flip that over. Check that. So this is going to be so right now we're at an E flat, which is pretty low. For this drum, we want to get it up to about, like I said, G for the resonant side, and we're going to do the batter at G sharp. So we've got a little ways to go. What we're going to do is go ahead and basically tune up until we get to our G natural. All right. So we're just going to go in half turn increments, okay? 1 full rotation around each lug or each tension rod, and then check the pitch after that, all right? So we've raised in pitch a little bit. All right, so now we're at F. Okay, don't have too much further to go, and it's okay if you pass the note. You can always just tune back down and get the note from there. Most of the time, though, it's good to tune up to a note instead of trying to tune down to it. It kind of gives you a truer pitch. If you tune down to a note, a lot of times some funny things can happen and it'll actually drop in pitch, but you tune up to it and it stays there. I'm not really sure why that is. It just kind of works that way. All right, let's see where we are now. So we've gone up maybe about a half a step or so. All right, so right there, we're at G, natural, okay? So what we're gonna do is go ahead and flip this back over.